and good morning. Well, good evening, everybody. I'm your anchor host, Agyemang, and welcome to the Season 9 finale, Part 2 in Ontario, Canada. You watch on the last video. This is ever recorded, my last record in Alberta, Canada, in sitting in the desk in Calgary. So that last video that I ever post, this location, and then here we are back home in my homeborn Ontario, Canada, aka my hometown, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. That's where I'm living, Brampton, Ontario, as I return. So thanks for joining us on the Season 9 finale, Part 2 of Episode 9, and let's get into it. Now, the Stanley Cup playoffs in round 2, well, the Maple Leafs lost 1 goal, and Panthers beat the Maple Leafs 6-1 in an embarrassing way. Sergei Bobrovsky made so many saves. This goalie, Sergei Bobrovsky, he was too damn good. Panthers, this team, you know what I'm saying, Panthers are better than Maple Leafs. So Maple Leafs doesn't deserve to be in the playoffs. I'm sorry. This franchise, I don't know what's happening with this franchise every single year of playoffs, who cannot get the job done. Somebody needs to do something effective immediately after this playoff run, when the Maple Leafs season is over, or now become the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Knicks. That's what the Maple Leafs has stepped in and become. So, enough said. Lost by 6-1 in Game 5 in Scotiabank Arena, embarrassing. And he's going to upload. That's Steve Dangle. He's going to upload and bring a full rant. And T.O. Sports Talk too. Because this team is officially done. There's no way Maple Leafs cannot come back to win this Game 6 and Game 7. There's no way. So Maple Leafs are officially done. For the 9th consecutive years, every single year, they're going rant, throwing television screens, throwing radios, and all kinds of crap. Throw temper tantrum. This is awful team. I told you Edmonton Oilers are very good than Maple Leafs. Winnipeg Jets are better than Maple Leafs. Or hell, the Calgary Flames are better than the Maple Leafs. So Maple Leafs, why won't you? Why won't you take the example like outside from the West? Still, you couldn't get it. And you couldn't listen to the owners. From Edmonton Oilers, owner, Vancouver Canucks, Winnipeg Jets are doing the better way than yours. So that's why Maple Leafs, this franchise is officially dead and over. Yeah, enough's enough. Okay, so next is the Edmonton Oilers Golden Knights. I hope Edmonton Oilers win and go back to the Western Conference Finals against, you guessed it, the Dallas Stars. They're up to 3-1, so Winnipeg are 1-3 for Dallas Stars. They're going to win this game in a series win. So Winnipeg Jets are going home and eliminated by Dallas Stars. We're moving on to Western Conference Finals for a rematch for last year. Edmonton Oilers versus Dallas Stars last year for Western Conference Finals. And then we'll see how it goes to the finals. The Western and Eastern Conference Finals all the way to the Stanley Cup Final. It gotta be Edmonton. Edmonton will be there. By last year, was so close to win the Stanley Cup to bring it home to Canada. And also other province here, Alberta, that I lived for a year. That's why I stand with Edmonton Oilers better than Maple Leafs. I want this Edmonton Oilers to win the Stanley Cup to bring it home to Canada better than Maple Leafs. This garbage performance a playoff run every year, like copy from the Dallas Cowboys and New York Knicks. Every year. We are sick and tired of this. People are losing their mind and throw their stuff in super ultimatum tangible because this team can't get enough. This waste of money, waste of their fans, and waste of their prices. My God, the prices, the food prices, my God, is a waste. And it's embarrassing in front of the Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment office. Like, come on, this ain't Dallas Cowboys or Kentucky Derby or something. This repetitive over and over and over and over again. Do I have to remind bringing that channel from YouTube, Urinating Tree, to do the same over and over and over again? Wow. Just wow. Maple Leafs won't learn anything else to get the karma with the killer instinct to get the job done. With more, where's the integrity? Where's the grit? Nothing. Bunch of waste of money, time, and management for this franchise of the Maple Leafs. This Toronto Maple Leafs. That's why I keep explaining from the last episode, you already signed the contract as an NHL. From the minors to the big leagues in the NHL. That's why you sign up to win the Stanley Cup for the team, for the franchise, for the city. I mean, look at Florida. Panthers are defending champions from last year. They're going to do it again. Yeah, that's why I think Florida Panthers are going to win the series in the next game 6 or 7. If Maple Leafs win, they better be proved that wrong. That Panthers are not going to win game 6. They better be wrong. Or just stay with that and do nothing with Game 6 loss to the Florida Panthers to win the series. After years and years of 59, closer to 60 years in counting without winning Stanley Cup in 60 years close. Come on. It's ultimately embarrassing for this franchise. What's a laughing stock in a playoff run was garbage. So now with the Maple Leafs out, the Amateurs, I stand with them. I hope you win the series and move on to Western Conference Finals to face the All-Stars again. Well, when Winnipeg Jets are eliminated, soon in the future, Winnipeg Jets will be a good regular season run and the playoffs in the future years to come. Once they build success, this team, they'll be the first time in a miracle for the Stanley Cup final will be Winnipeg Jets for the future. One day, it'll be a whole miracle in heaven for the Winnipeg Jets gets a first punch ticket to the Stanley Cup final. 2027 or 2028. Maybe it depends on in the future year for the Winnipeg Jets. Or could be better in any Canadian team. Calgary Flames, Vancouver Canucks. Who knows? Okay, people. Well, that was the Stanley Cup playoffs. Well, including Canadian teams, Edmonton Oilers and Toronto Maple Leafs, including the Winnipeg Jets. Winnipeg Jets are going home with the Dallas Stars beat more points with and take a win series against the Winnipeg Jets in a 4-2 series win. No. Or 4-1 series win. Depends on the series if Winnipeg Jets win and come back to survive this round 2 series for Winnipeg Jets and the Dallas Stars. Winnipeg isn't dead yet. Or I'm wrong, if Dallas win, then that's it. Jets are gone. Okay, people. Done with the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs round 2. It's looked like a semifinal. Now onto the Western Conference and Eastern Conference Finals in our coming weeks. Alright, secondly, yes. The Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. See the tickets on advance. So I already did purchase the tickets for next week. Thursday, May 22nd, for one ticket to see early access for the Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, the final Mission Impossible movie to close out the trilogy of Ethan Hunt's career, and so is Tom Cruise's career. Made a huge success, a global phenom for all these years. We're going to do one last buy of Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. And I bought the tickets for next week, Thursday, before Friday opens. Theater everywhere. It's on AMC Theater and Cineplex right here in Canada and AMC Theater in USA. Second is Hurry Up Tomorrow with Abel Tesfaye, aka The Weeknd. He's making From the Disaster Failure from HBO or Max. The Idol was a complete flop and awful. That Weeknd acting wasn't great. able to testify his acting career wasn't great to start in the Idol. This streaming original, Max original, the Idol was a complete mess and a flop. Able Tesfaye felt embarrassed to do this that kind of way, which is not very good. I mean, not very great. So he's still working on to recover from the Idol, from the show, and put it to Hurry Up Tomorrow in a better way to clean up this mess with the cancellation with the Idol by HBO. And it is very embarrassing for that show, for this to be canceled. Yeah, people are very happy to see that show get canceled because this show is embarrassing. And Able Tesfaye, not a good start. Hopefully, he will get better on this film, Hurry Up Tomorrow, with Jenna Ortega. Jenna Ortega, she is Wednesday. Yeah. She runs Wednesday. Well, see two of them, Mission Impossible and Hurry Up Tomorrow, right now on AMC Theater and Cineplex. Okay. Well, we are going to stop right there and take a break on the second half. So I'll see you on the second half right here on the Pie Show Kwabena Agyemang on YouTube this Friday night. See you. Kind of nice couch, isn't it? Welcome back to the second half on the Pie Show with Kwabena Agyemang on this YouTube program. Forgot to mention that movie you need to go see, The Final Destination Bloodlines. I think this is the end of trilogy 2 of The Final Destination from 1 to 6. So in 25 years. So they released a new film, Final Destination Bloodlines. There are more blood and more deaths. This inevitability, what you're about to see, this death experience, it's look fun. Paying all the nostalgic stuff in this horror film. Well, be prepared. The death is inevitable in this film of Final Destination Bloodlines. And this is Toby's death on his last appearance on the film. So rest in peace to that man Toby, who was a very, very brilliant actor who played a Final Destination in so many films. Yeah. So rest in peace to Toby. I think it's Toby Keith. Yeah, that's the name. Who played that man, that old man, lived in 80 or 90 years old. Yeah, he passed away by a cancer or heart attack, which sucks to see his life for Toby career, including Final Destination, survived from near experience death in Final Destination films, that Toby learned about this horror franchise of Final Destination, and his heart might breaks to see Toby have lost his life in a piece that people, fans, will never forget. This man carried this franchise of the Final Destination. So, tip of the cap to Toby. Finally, rest in peace, my bud. So go see the Final Destination Bloodlines, this new horror film in honor of 25th anniversary of Final Destination has arrived. Okay, well, here we are in Ontario, Canada. Well, there are some news stores, including Abercrombie and Finch, will be opening soon in Yorkdale. But the Hudson's Bay is still on extended. I just heard the news. They go for extended until July 31st. They're not going to be end on June 31st, so I think the Ontario Code wants to extend it more time until July, beginning the summer. So they couldn't find the private equity firm or investors to save the Hudson's Bay, a 355-year-old company back in 1600, which is a long history and a long decades, for 5 or 10 decades. Yeah, 10 plus decades of this Canadian luxury retailer company, this iconic legacy for Canadian retailer that millions of people in Canada will never forget too. Everyone, they buy their stores and buy appliances, buy fashions and beauties and cosmetics and homes, everything. Including celebrities who were appearing in Hudson's Bay commercial, from Schitt's Creek, yeah, that legendary historic Canadian retailer, luxury retailer, is gone after Lord & Taylor, this U.S. iconic legacy in American retailer, similar to Hudson's Bay. I don't know who else. Who killed this company? The U.S. terrorists. That's why the terrorists killed the Hudson's Bay. With that villainous former president threatening to cut terrorists over 50% or 100%, to 125%, what comes out of his mouth trying to do. Hits low market, losing points in an all-time low in a New York Stock Exchange. Everybody's shocked. And they pissed pants all over this stunt that they're losing points, they lose money. The stock losing money. down. Yeah, people in the stock exchange who work their asses off, they feel stunned and furious. A stunner and furious. My God Almighty. That current 47 president, he's a villain that delivers American carnage to destroy this legacy, this country of the USA. He's destroying the USA country. I hope there's no hope. 2028, 2029 is going to be a long way. That there will be another third term. No way, no way. Absolutely not. None of US presidents has never done in a third term. No way. Does Obama seek a third term? No. He finished his 2 terms. One with 2009 to 2016. That's why I remember Barack Obama after George W. Bush. Now President Obama, Barack Obama. A Democratic leader win. He's from Chicago, Illinois. A U.S. resident, Chicago. And now we have a new pope. In case you heard the news last couple of days ago, with the successor of Pope Francis is Robert Leo, Pope Robert Leo. He's from Chicago too. A Chicago pastor native, and becomes the first ever American Pope is Robert Leo, or call it Pope Leo. That God has spoken, this successor is finally come true. And that is a nightmare for that villainous 47th president and the Trump administration, for more consequences to come. I hope Robert prays for the success, and all my prayers for passing away Pope Francis. Long lived the King of Peace of Pope Francis. This Christianity will live on heaven and earth and forevermore. Amen. Rest in peace to Pope Francis and to the new successor, Robert Leo from Chicago. My God. The dream has come true. The inevitability has come true. Robert has selected a first ever American Pope. It's Robert Leo. Okay, people. Now, all of that, we want to thank you for watching this part 2 of season 9 finale. This episode 9 on May 16, 2025. Follow me on social media. You know what it is, and you know what to do. Is at the Blind Show _ Instagram, Blue Sky, and Threads. Those 3 social the icons to click them and follow me and subscribe so you don't miss the pictures that I'm about to take for updates to come in the behind the scenes, some Q&A or other events that you're about to see, including highlight commercials if I can continue to do more in the next months to come before the end of this year of 2025. It's far away to December 2025, but still we're in May, and this spring comes to close soon. Before I head into the next season is summer. I'm your host, Kwabena, and well, see you on part 3, everybody. And stay safe, take care of yourself, and good night from Brampton, Ontario, Canada. I didn't say Calgary, Alberta, Canada, because I moved back home in my hometown born, Ontario, Canada, to Ontario, Canada, and now live here in Brampton, Ontario, Canada. Bye. Take care. See ya. And see you part 3 for next Friday, or see you 2 weeks Friday for part 3. Bye everyone.